There- Welcome, welcome, welcome back to another Mocha Monday. I'm your host, Ashley Scott, and this Mocha Money Monday is brought to you by Network and Phenomenal Hughes community. So welcome to another topic today where we will be discussing empowerment through real estate. I am here with the lovely Charlene Sumo. She is an expert real estate agent. She is going to drop some gems for you because at the end of the day, when you are building legacy, you do that with real estate. So I'm really excited to talk with Charlene today. She's just a good spirit, wonderful, phenomenal human being, a wife, a mother, all of those good things. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on over to Charlene. Please introduce to our phenomenal woman who you are, Charlene.
Hello, good morning, beautiful people. Oh, happy Money Mocha Monday, right? I am a associate broker here in the local Atlanta real estate market. I do believe truly in real estate being our legacy, and that is how we create wealth, right? So through real estate, it gives us the opportunity to tap into that equity and continue to build it to continue to build and move on to more investments and just continue to build that portfolio that we're looking for. It empowers us. Through real estate, we definitely have that empowerment. So I'm here to talk about it. Let's go.
Let's talk about it, Charlene. So you have some tips, and you was talking with me just organically the other night about when we're dealing with real estate and when we're building our, our firm financial foundation, how you got to do some things to really get in place to be able to play in this real estate market, to play in this real estate game. So you gave quite a number of points, and I'm not going to steal your shine. What would you want to tell our audience today as it relates to finding empowerment through real estate?
So there's so many points really in finding our empowerment. There's 7, but we're not going to get into all 7. So we're going to go into like just the basics, right? So of course, you're developing a strategy. So as you develop that strategy, you're going to acquire knowledge. You're going to look at books, podcast here, right, with Mocha Money Mondays. A book that we can also look at is probably Robert Kiyosaki's. He has the real book on real estate. So that's a good one to use. And then you're going to also investigate about tax benefits of real estate. You want to empower yourself with also a team. So getting a knowledgeable realtor, i.e. myself or Ashley, because, we're both realtors.
Yes.
You also want to empower yourself with loan originators, but your realtor should be able to associate you with a loan originator that's going to fit you, because you know what, there are many out here, but that doesn't necessarily mean that all of us fit that mold, right? Because you want everyone to really fit that personality type. Then from there, what you want to do is really, it's a mindset. So now that you know that you're about to build into real estate, you want to turn around and then move into the basis of, okay, time management, because now you could be, of course, a woman that is like saying, hey, I'm building this team. I'm looking at building my portfolio of wealth building, my legacy, I'm building that. But the time management is you're trying to do this and you probably have a full-time job or you're an entrepreneur. As women, we have many hats, right? We do so much. What else do we need to do, right? So time management, we got to just let go some stuff. We have to figure out creating our self-development, just finding our inner commitment and realizing that this is change. Change is coming. Really explaining that to ourselves, okay, what change am I about to do? Self-leadership. As a woman, we also naturally communicate and naturally want a community build. We're also going to do number 1. I want to go back to this. Don't fear the change. Change is coming. Do not fear the change and everything that's going to be involved in what you're about to do.
Well, let's go back a little bit. I want us to talk. You had a point where we talked about just defining empowerment in the first place, right? So, like, what does it mean to be empowered. Like I would like to, like when I think about empowerment, I think like feeling as if I have the knowledge, the resources, the time. So like when you talk about time management, the way that you're getting ready to go into it, that kind of popped into my mind. Like when I feel empowered, I feel in control over my destiny, over my legacy, over the impact that I'm going to be able to make in the world. So how does that work on your end?
So for me, empowerment is definitely about time, because I have time now to create memories with my family. I have time to do things that I want to do. Spiritual oneness, I have time to really set aside and really become spiritual. Also financial freedom. So all of that empowers me. And that's what empowerment means to me. Now, everyone has to think about what does empowerment mean to them. And then that's what they really are achieving to obtain.
So when we talk about these things, what I want to ask you now is just how do you feel like real estate equals empowerment in those same conversations? Because what you just said is a mouthful, and real estate can help you reclaim your time when you do it the right way.
Yes, yes, yes. So real estate definitely can do two things: give us time and give us wealth. Through real estate, though, you're knowing that you're buying this real estate, and as you continue to pay it off, that equity is going to build. And through that equity, you're going to turn around and be able to establish more portfolio and begin your investments. So every one person is going to be different, whether it's saying, like, hey, my first single residential, like, do I go single residential, or do I want to buy a property that I can also rent? I believe most of our clients now are going towards that. Hey, I'm going to buy a property that I know I can also get passive income from. Because everyone now is realizing that, you know what, I need passive income to continue to sustain this economic climate that we're in, right?
Absolutely.
So that's definitely through real estate. No matter what the interest rates are, or whatever, real estate is always going to be the foundation. Most millionaires, 99.9% of millionaires did it based off of real estate.
You better tell them again.
Real estate is the key to wealth, no matter what. So, I know we're scared of these interest rates, and we're scared of this, and we're scared of that. But, I hate to be the cliche of what the saying is going out here, but it is true. Marry the house, marry that real estate, and then just date the rate, because you'll be able to refinance. And especially here in Atlanta area, we are continuing to appreciate, so it's like what is here today is not going to be appraised at the same rate tomorrow. It is going to really appreciate. So just
yeah, and the appreciation rates here in Atlanta are they're outstanding, and they usually do beat the interest rate. So if you are at even a 7.25, if we continue to be on the pace that we're on here in Atlanta, you can still appreciate, your home can still appreciate in value. And then when we start talking about commercial real estate, that's a whole nother ballpark.
Oh my
With
goodness.
you all listeners being businesswomen, entrepreneurs, we're not just talking about real estate as it relates to your home. We're also talking about real estate as it relates to your actual business, right?
Absolutely.
That real estate asset attached to your business is going to appreciate. It is going to create additional value to your profit nets, your net profits, your net wealth. So keep that in mind. So go ahead. I don't want to. I got excited because we started talking about empowerment.
No, it's true. And what's funny is that here in Atlanta, most homes are appreciating anywhere from 4 to 7% a year. So it's that appreciation that is like tremendous here. But you got to get in. Like if you want to win, you're gonna have to play, right? So it's just like the lotto. If you want to win, you're gonna have to play the game. So just get in, but it does take a team, it takes a community. I think the overall saying is what we used to say is, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, you know what? It takes a community to build your legacy, right? So you are building that team, you're building that community, because everyone wants to win. And having the right team is what's going to help you. Being around the right community that's saying, hey, this is definitely what we want to do. This is your goal, then we're trying to help you get there.
Now, when we talk about community, we know we have the P3 community. Our coaches are here, always willing to support you on your journey. I'm a coach. Miss Charlene Sumo is a P3 coach. So if you are interested in utilizing real estate as a way to build your wealth, we want to walk hand in hand with you as your real estate professional, as your coaches on this journey. Now, there are always obstacles, right, Charlene? Like there's never just
Always.
an easy, straight, narrow path to getting to your ideal real estate portfolio and what it is you want for your home, for your business. It can be challenges. So I
There's
would love
always
to dive into these obstacles that we sometimes have when we're trying to achieve success, and what are some methods that you use to overcome them when you come upon some of these challenges?
So some of your obstacles that you're going to have during your success journey, right? So this is your season. This is not just for the new year, but this is for your season, is that you're going to be comparing yourself to others. So please don't be envious about what you see. Don't be a perfectionist. Don't try to compare yourself. Don't blame yourself if things don't go right. Don't have self-doubt. Fear is always going to come into play because you're fearful for change. Um, a lot of buyers and even sellers or owners per se, right? They have fear, they have doubt when they're looking to make that next transition. Don't be distracted. Just remember what your journey was, what your initial goal was. And then, of course, it's going to be self procrastination. So, self procrastination of going to that next level, of going to the next journey, the next point. Stay on point. So, that's why you do need that community, because the community is actually going to be your cheerleaders. They're pushing you to keep going. That's why we're here, right? As a coach, to keep going. We're your cheerleaders. We're here to keep hold your hand, get you to the next level, get you to the next stage.
Yes, and I couldn't agree more. You have hit some good points. Just I'm sitting here just listening because I'm like, yes, all of that. Like the reality is you have those moments where you do deal in perfectionism. I'm challenged with that all the time. I'm like, I don't even want to share a post if a comma is out of place. Like we can sometimes look at other people and think, well, because they are, building a real estate business or a portfolio that just looks so big, I shouldn't be sharing my successes, or maybe my successes aren't quite as big as what I see so many other people bragging or talking about. And it's really not even bragging. We should all be celebrating what we all are doing in this market. And whenever somebody sells a house, I'm like, yes, because one,
Yes,
it is good for all of the
all of
profession, the
us.
entire industry, because we want to encourage people to buy homes. And when you see
To
people,
buy.
it's like keeping up with the Joneses. And that's the American dream. There is nothing better than celebrating people for buying and selling their home and moving up that ladder and stepping up to that next phase of really wealth that you create for
That's it.
yourself, right?
That's it. So every time they're closing, every time we are celebrating the agent, we're celebrating their clients too. We're celebrating the fact that, hey, this is someone that literally has just bought into the next level of creating their family legacy wealth, right? And the tax benefits that they get, of course, of, hey, they just bought a home. They get to write stuff off. You're no longer just giving your landlord money away, like literally giving them money away. You now have established yourself.
Yeah.
And most important, people have to remember you're unique. We all have special DNA, one, right? We are one cell that is defined differently from everyone else, right? We are a unique individual. So we all are here for our purpose in our journey. And whatever that is, we have to just remember that we are a unique individual.
Mm-hmm. Now, while we're on the subject of just real estate in general, what are some of the key partnerships that people should identify on their journey? I remember you started kind of tying into this. We talked a little bit earlier about having a loan originator or mortgage originator, and having your real estate agent, whether it be Charlene or me, Ashley Scott, but whoever is in your local market, because we know we're a global
Yeah.
organization. We're a global community. So whether you are in Ghana, whether you are in New York, Connecticut, LA, or Louisiana, or Alabama, you want to get with one of our recommended real estate professionals, because we're
Yes,
all connected and able to refer you to somebody who's going to be a phenomenal fit for you. Because we
absolutely.
are connected, we do have a wonderful network, right? So let's talk a little bit deeper, Charlene, about just not even just real estate, but in life there might be some key relationships or partnerships you think people should make. So let's talk about that and what that looks like.
I think your key relationships always start with, of course, your community. So whether it is your right here, Phenomenal Hughes, it's still going to kind of circle back within your own community as far as finding the right people that really can build your team. And also knowing that as you're building your team, recognizing, having enough confidence to know, like, hey, if someone doesn't work in your team, being able to tell them thank you and goodbye, right? Because you got to find the right people who really connect. And your team building could be anything. It could, or anyone, it could be your neighbor next door. You never know until you actually really communicate and network. So networking is going to be a key part of it. Networking to build your team. So without networking, you're not going to really be able to build your team. So it's important to network, to grow the team, to build the team, to know where you're going. Because maybe you're living here, but maybe you live in either Gwinnett County or Fulton County or whatever, and you find out maybe in Barrow County, there's a better area for me to live. Maybe there's better schools. Maybe it's more affordable for me. But how do you know it unless you actually network? You really have to branch out of your own neighborhood to see what else is out there for you. So that's important.
I do love that point. Networking is so crucial to just, we always say your net worth is your net worth is your
Network.
network, right? And so if
Mhm.
you want to be able to have leads and referrals and opportunities to be in new spaces and places that can elevate you, your mental, your mindset, that can really just change the trajectory, because you can meet one person who can
Mhm.
be able to be the connector that is like, here is, a pipeline of people who now are going to shop with you, who are going to be your best customer or your best clients, or that one person could be your best customer or client. Sometimes it don't take a whole bunch of people. It takes one good person who's like, what you do, I want you to do this for me
That's ex-
exclusively. I want to pay
that's
you
ex-
top dollar because I want what you have on my team. And so you just
that's
never know what can happen in life. But if you put yourself out there and you put yourself in different spaces and places, it is the like the sauce at the end of the day that makes things life lucrative, right?
it's the bridge, right? So we're trying to find that bridge. So sometimes that networking is going to allow us to find that bridge. And a lot of times that one person can be the bridge to lead you to the next or to wherever that level is that you're trying to get to. So sometimes you find yourself networking and leading yourself to that bridge that you didn't know you needed until guess what? You were networking.
Yeah. Jay Bailey, our CEO at the Russell Center, always says, make your friends before you need them. And that's a good
Mhm.
little quote that
That
I've
is a
been
good quote.
taking and popping off when I can, because it does make a difference for your life in general, because it's all about relationships and
Is
relationship
all
management.
about relationship building. It's all about relationship building and keeping those relationships because you know what, when it all boils down to it, it's relationships over the money. Because relationships stand, yes, the money is there, but without those relationships, you're not able to build.
Yeah,
So
I
relationship.
agree. And
Mhm.
so we all have natural talents and just different things. And you've had these 7 steps of time management and the 7 keys to empowerment. What I'd like for you to do, Miss Charlene, is tell more to our audience about how they can get involved with your full program. You have a full guide. Tell them about that full guide and what that looks like.
So my full guide is actually coming as an ebook where we're going to dive more into the actual 7 keys to empowerment, where we'll jump into creating your best self as a woman, how we're designed, recognizing that we are unique, our natural and potential, and our feminine attributes, excuse me. Self leadership, of course, talking about that goes back into never fear the change and it still kind of ties right back into we need community, and that's natural for us to need community. So the e-course guide.
Okay, the
You'll be
e-course
able to find
guide.
out.
Oh, now will your e-course, is this a free e-course guide, or is there a charge? How does this work? So I want the people to come on to the platform, phenomenalhues.com, so that they can connect with you, so you can tell them about this guide, so they can get the link to the guide. So go ahead and let's go ahead and be sure to visit phenomenalhues.com. You can connect with Coach Charlene Sumo right on phenomenalhues.com on our social wall. Add her, follow her there, and then you'll be able to connect to all of her other socials and her offerings
Absolutely.
as
And
well.
everyone through Phenomenal Hughes will get a free e-course guide. Anyone outside of Phenomenal Hughes gonna pay.
Hey, it's benefits to being a part of the community. Okay, there's benefits. And that's what we love about our Phenomenal Hughes community, the P3 Global Network, our coaches. We are really, truly the epicenter of phenomenal women. You are a phenomenal real estate agent, a phenomenal speaker, a phenomenal human being. So thank you so much for being with
Thank
us
you.
today,
Thank you
Miss
for having
Charlene.
me. I appreciate it. I love it. And I can't wait to continue to just grow I grow, our followers are just, our community continues to grow, right? So we are just growing and I love it. I love to see it.
Yes. So I got a question before
Okay.
we get out of here.
Go for it.
What's your favorite place to travel?
My favorite place to travel is actually Trinidad. So
Okay.
my family is from Trinidad. So my favorite place to travel is Trinidad. Probably a hard second is Dominican Republic. And probably runner up is going to be Jamaica. That's just because I am a coffee advocate and I love Blue Mountain coffee. Um, and then next will probably be Canada,
Look at
just
you. That's
because
your
I
favorite
like.
place. She done went to Florida. She done said Trinidad. She done went to Jamaica on us, Dominica on us. Now we in Canada. Now listen, this is what I need. I need this though, because we are a global network. So hopefully you guys, if you know somebody in Canada, Trinidad, Jamaica, there is so much more on the horizon. I'm sure we'll be taking some trips and we're going to be scheduling some retreats. So just stay tuned, okay? Because all of us that love to travel, this is what Mocha Money, like we're not out here just only building up our businesses, but there's an inner wealth. And I just think traveling and just being together, socializing in our community. We have events that we do that are local and we are international out here in these streets. So just be prepared.
Hey,
And so we
hey.
do, I like to know that, I'm glad to know that you like coffee as well, Charlene. We do these after Wednesday wind down events locally here in the Atlanta market. And if you want to bring some of these events to your market, you reach out to us, go to the phenomenalhues.com. Let us know where you want us to do these events. But these next events that we're going to be doing cigars. We just did wine. We did the
It was
golf. And like,
amazing.
I think we need to add coffee because I'm not a big coffee drinker, but there's all kinds of people who are into coffee. And I know that
Listen,
it's like,
coffee is kind of my thing. So I love coffee. Um,
yeah.
Here in our Atlanta market, we actually have someone that gets it straight here and they brew it right here. So it comes right in from Jamaica and they will literally ground and roast the coffee beans on site.
Mm.
A lot of people don't roast your coffee beans on site. They get it imported. So it's a different type of flavor when it's roasted here on site. But we'll talk more about that on my coffee break.
Let's go. Well, thank you all again for tuning into another Mocha Money Monday brought to you by the Phenomenal Hughes community at phenomenalhues.com and P3 Global Network. Our coaches, our P3 elite coaches are here for you whenever you need on-demand services or just an extra push to get you to your next level, whether you're ready to prepare, whether you are pivoting, or whether you are ready to prosper. We have a pathway to prosperity for you. So come get connected. Come join the epicenter of phenomenal women today. Again, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here, Charlene Sumo.
Thank you for
You
having
are
me.
an amazing guest, and I just look forward to having you on the show again soon. Peace,
Yay.
everybody.
Thank you.